switch it up, Robbie. We'll go with Joel Coleman first.
You caught me in the middle of a sip there, Greg. But no, I was Logan. I was asking Rowdy this just a minute ago, but given that Justin and Jordan are now, gone and out of the middle of that lineup and things, just kind of what's the mentality you guys are taking right now? And you may not know the answer to the spring, but how do you kind of avoid trying to make up for what those two guys can do every time you step up to the plate?
Well, those guys were really important to the team. They were some of the better hitters in the country last year, so you can't really try to produce what they try to produce. You got to try to produce what you can for the team and just be a good team offense, and hopefully we can get back a little bit what their production did.
Go to Robbie Falk.
Logan, not many teams have the depth that y'all have at catcher, and y'all even had a couple of guys leave that were really good. What's that competition been like the last couple of years, and specifically this year, focusing on the guys that are there behind the plate this year? What's that competition been like, and how fun is it coming out there and competing with guys like Luke Hancock every single week?
It's awesome. You don't really see that many teams with so much catcher depth. It's hard to get one good catcher, much less two, three. Luke's been playing really well. He's been swinging it well, and I love competing with him. It's fun.
We'll go back to Joel Coleman.
Logan, you obviously got a pretty good perspective of all the pitchers, but we've seen what some of the returning guys can do. What's some of maybe I guess you can throw in some of those guys too. But who's really stood out to you this fall as far as on the mound, either from leaps that they've made from last year to this year, or maybe some of the newcomers that have caught your eye?
Parker Snet's been really good. He has really good stuff. KC looks a lot better than he did last year. His stuff is electric right now. Cade Smith, he's a freshman. He's been really good. Jackson Fristo's been good. X has come. He's throwing strikes, throwing really hard. Mikey Tepper's looked good. And Davis Rokos, he's back to what he was last year before he had that injury with his hand.
We'll go to Mike Nemeth.
Well, Joel took my question. So I was going to ask about the pitching staff. And so if there's anything to add there, please do. But Joel got my question.
Will and Eric and Christian, we all know them. You all know they're great. Landon Sims looks really good still from last year. Spencer Price looks good. Everybody's looked really good so far that I can think of.
If I could follow that up, just one quick thing. And I know you haven't been around long enough to really see Mississippi State pitching through the years, but I can't imagine a deeper pitching staff than what Mississippi State has at this point.
No, sir. I've watched Mississippi State baseball for a long time. I can't think of anything remotely close to this with the power arms and the stuff and the power stuff and people who can pitch. And it's one of the better staffs I've ever seen.
Next, we'll go to Robbie Falk.
Had such a good start last year once you started kind of getting your feet underneath you whenever you were a freshman and would really kind of hit your stride before everything kind of went to the wayside there with COVID. What did you take away from your first few games as a freshman, and how do you feel like you've transitioned that into fall number 2 this year?
This game's a lot faster than high school games, so you just have to slow it down mentally and just be on time for everything and be prepared. And it's still baseball, you played it for your whole life, so you just can't get overwhelmed by how fast the game is compared to what you're used to playing.
Anything else for Logan? Go ahead, Robbie. Last one.
Logan, I'm just interested in what Coach Goat has meant to your offensive approach. We've heard a lot of guys praise him and what he's been able to do with hitters over the years. What kind of production have you seen from his teaching so far?
He's helped me a lot with being on time to the baseball and impacting the baseball out front, getting more extra base hits, hitting the ball harder, and being more aggressive at the plate. In high school, I didn't swing at a lot of pitches, but he's helped me get to that stage, and it's been really good, and I'm just trying to get better.
Great. Thanks, Logan.